Okay, welcome back to episode 21. This is the final episode of this first season with Arsenal, and we're just going to have a look at what happened in what competitions and go from there really, and just sum up our season. We'll go through some of the winners in terms of player of the year, top scorer, top assist, etc. But first of all, we'll take a look at the standings in terms of the Premier League and things like that. In the end, we had a rough season in the Premier League. We were floating around 10th and 9th for a lot of it, but we managed to claw our way back in 2020, and we ended up coming 6th, which is brilliant because we're still classed as one of the top 6. We had a really good run of form towards the end of the season, and we just managed to clinch 6th place, mainly because Leicester dropped a few points. Next year, obviously, we're going to be pushing for that top 4, which does seem quite a big gap away at the moment. But Liverpool had a phenomenal season, and the only game they lost was against us. We didn't lose to Liverpool at all this year. So fantastic to break their invincible record. That one loss there is us. So I'm happy with that. If we go down the table, it ended up being Burnley, Newcastle and Norwich that escaped, and it's actually the game that Watford won kept them in the Premier League. So congratulations to them, as they managed to avoid relegation by beating us. Norwich, Burnley and Newcastle will go down, so it'll be interesting not seeing Newcastle in the Premier League. But yeah, that was the Premier League for us. We managed to win 19 games, draw 10 and lose 9, which we need to improve upon for sure. We scored quite a few goals, 72. It was the most out of anyone below 5th. But we did concede quite a considerable amount as well. If we go and have a look at the FA Cup, we didn't actually progress in the FA Cup. We lost to Villa. Liverpool went all the way to win it, and I think they won everything this year. They did the treble, which I'm sure United fans won't be happy with, but Liverpool did well. Congratulations to them. In the Carabao Cup, though, Liverpool made it to the final. They could have had 4 trophies, but we beat them 4-0 on the day, which was brilliant, and another trophy for us. In the UEFA Super Cup, Liverpool won that as well. It's been phenomenal. Champions League, Liverpool won that against Atletico Madrid. They managed to beat Real Madrid to get there. So good from Liverpool again. But the Europa League, we just about won on penalties against Manchester United. So a brilliant result for us. That's 2 trophies in it for us and a 6th place spot in the Premier League. I'm pretty happy with that. If we go and have a look at the statistics for the top scorers in general, Harry Kane came top goal scorer. We had Lacazette on 16 down there, and Aubameyang on 14, but obviously he got injured. Assist-wise, Lacazette came top with 17, and Aubameyang had 9 in there. But brilliant from Lacazette to achieve that. If we look at clean sheets, Alisson came cruising at the top. Leno suffered a few towards the end of the year, and he came 7th, but decent. We'll take it. As for the FA Cup, that's obviously none of our business really. In the Carabao Cup, Leno came 7th again. Assist-wise, Lamar was up there. Lacazette came top goal scorer, so that's good. As for the Europa League, Nketiah was our top goal scorer with 8. Lacazette had 6. Sabitzer had 6. They were all up there. Martinelli had the most assists, so congratulations to him. Reece Nelson had a couple as well up there with 6. Pepe involved. Nketiah as well. And clean sheets wise, Leno came 4th this time around, so congratulations to him as well. So yeah, brilliant really. So now I'm just going to go to the squad hub and reveal a few things. So first of all, we'll have a look at the players' stats. So Leno, we're just going to have a breakdown of all their stats really. Leno had 52 games played, which is a lot of games to play. He did well, and he managed to keep 20 clean sheets, which I'm pretty happy with. I'm hoping for him to get maybe half next year, so that would be 25 out of 50 games. I'm hoping. Matt Macy played 1 game for us, was okay, but yeah, Martinez played 8 games and he only managed to keep 1 clean sheet. He wasn't fantastic at all. We do have a new keeper coming in as Leno's backup. Tierney played 31 games towards the end of the season. Him and Kolasinac were battling all year for a position in the first team, and Tierney ended up winning. He's now up to an 80, and he scored 1 goal and assisted 4 this season, keeping 10 clean sheets as a part of his back line. and he had a fantastic end to the season. Kolasinac, he started the season as our starting left back. He's up to a 79. He managed to assist 3 goals, and he was solid. He's a solid rotational player. I'm happy to keep him at the side and keep progressing him. Saliba, I'm excited to bring him back next season. David Luiz started the season as our main centre back. He managed to get 1 assist, but he didn't end as our main centre back, that's for sure. Socrates came in and out, but he's going to Valencia at the start of next season. I just didn't get on with him at all as a defender, and he took the hit for that. Pablo Mari, he had a good run of games in the Premier League at one point, but lost his place once Upamecano came back and Callum Chambers stepped up. He managed to keep 8 clean sheets in his games, and he's up to 78. Zach Medley now up to a 70. He's gone up quite a bit, and he had a really good end to the season when he came in. I started trusting him a bit more and did really well. He managed to get himself one assist. He didn't manage to keep any clean sheets, bless him, but he was decent. Mustafi, he's coming in and out here and there. He's one of our higher rated centre backs at 81, but I don't have any trust in him. I don't have any faith in him. Callum Chambers, though, he stepped up massively. He's up to a 78, and he had a brilliant end to the season in 2020. I paired him with Upamecano, our new signing, and he did brilliantly. And Upamecano here, he managed to go up to an 82, 21 years of age. But as you can see there, he's got the best clean sheet ratio. He played 17 games and managed to keep 8 clean sheets. He also got 2 assists, so a brilliant start for him. He was a bit shaky towards the end of the season, which worries me a little bit, but we'll see. Bellerin, brilliant season from him as well. He managed to get himself 1 assist and he's up to an 82. He was a class act all season. Cedric came in and out here and there. He managed to get 1 assist, but we sure as hell won't be bringing him back. Maitland-Niles was a decent backup right back. He's up to an 80, which is good. Genduzi's gone up to a 79. He was brilliant towards the end of the season, scoring 4 goals and 3 assists, which is good for a CDM. And he's just defensively, he was fantastic. Xhaka was okay. He was a good little rotational player. I'm happy to keep him at the club. He scored 1 and assisted 1. El Neni, he was obviously at Besiktas, who we knocked out. He'll be a player that we probably send back to another club. Torreira, a brilliant season from him as well. Again, fantastic defensively alongside Genduzi. Those two formed a real partnership. He scored 4 and assisted 6. Saka, not the best really. I was expecting a bit more from him. He's up to 77, but we played him in an advanced role, sometimes at left back. He gave away 2 penalties when playing at left back, and when we played him in an advanced role, he wasn't that good, but he managed to get a goal and an assist, and it's okay. Lamar we bought in for our highest transfer fee of 41 million. And looking at these stats here, he hasn't been great. He's been okay. He's been a good player, a good squad player, and certainly ended up in the first team towards the end of the season. He scored 6 goals and 9 assists in 42 appearances. I think he was okay, but for 41 million, I was expecting a little bit better. Kraft, our young lad, came in. He's progressing okay. Danny Ceballos, he had a decent year, to be honest. I stopped playing him really because we're just helping Real Madrid grade their players, really, and he wasn't that impactful, but I'm sure we won't be bringing him back either. Sabitzer, 43 games played, scored 9 and assisted 9, which doesn't look bad on paper. 35 million, giving you 18 goals. You're not really going to complain about that. But he's inconsistent, very inconsistent. And if anything, he struggled in the Premier League and turned up in the Europa League. Willock started the season brilliantly. Everyone thought he was going to be the next big thing, but ended a bit quieter. But there's still a lot of potential with Willock, and we'll keep an eye on that. He scored 5 and assisted 3. Smith Rowe will come back as well at some point. Archie Jackson didn't get much of an opportunity, but looks like a good player, same as Jamie Roberts. Nicolas Pepe, though, 40 games played, 16 goals and 7 assists. That's decent for a winger, and he had a really good end to the season, and his 2 goals were crucial in the end in the Europa League to getting us over the line and getting us Champions League football. Mkhitaryan, a player that will probably transfer out as well. Martinelli had a fantastic breakout season. He scored 9 goals and assisted 14. Could have had a lot more if his finishing was a bit better, but a good season from him nonetheless. Reece Nelson, again, a player I never even thought I would use. He's had a good season, and again, a lot more potential with him. 4 goals and 9 assists. Lacazette, brilliant season from him. Absolutely phenomenal. He started off a bit slow, but towards the end of the season, as soon as Aubameyang got injured, he just stepped up, and he scored 28 goals in the end with 19 assists. Absolutely brilliant. Aubameyang, he played 36. He managed to score 19 goals and get 9 assists, which isn't great, but he was starting to really pick it up towards the end of the season when unfortunately he got his injury, which didn't help him at all. And Nketiah, a brilliant season from him as well. Pretty much hit the same numbers as Aubameyang, and barely started as much games. He scored 19 goals and got 7 assists. So really good from him. Balogun, he played 2 and scored 2. So even some of the players that will never get used really ended up scoring goals. So a brilliant season overall. We're going to go through some of the awards that I want to give out, and I am going to give. I'll start with the top scorer. Obviously, our top goal scorer ended up being Alexander Lacazette. So congratulations to him. He's our Golden Boot winner. As for top assists, again, it's Lacazette with 19, so fair play to him. As for our Golden Glove, it went to Bernd Leno, of course. Lacazette was actually up there for clean sheets as well. But Bernd Leno is our Golden Glove winner with the most clean sheets. Now we've just got 3 more to give out, which are Player of the Year, Most Improved and Under 23. I think I'll start with Most Improved Player of the Year. For me, the most improved player was between a couple, really. It was between these two here, Pepe and Guendouzi. Now, Pepe obviously was the main starter for us at the start of the year, and he really struggled to get going. And towards the end of the season, he's been an incredible talent that has got us many wins, which is why I did want to give it him. But Guendouzi started the season not even in my plans at all to bring him into the first team, and he's claimed that first team spot for himself. He's scored some important goals. He's been unbelievable defensively, and there's a lot more room for Matteo Guendouzi to keep progressing, to keep growing, and I think we are going to give him the most improved player of the year. So congratulations to Matteo Guendouzi, and I expect a lot more from you next season. As for the under 23 player of the year, what are we going to go with? So if we take a look, under 23 player of the year, there's obviously some shouts for Martinelli, of course, some shouts for Reece Nelson, some for Willock, Reaper Meccano, Guendouzi obviously just won most improved, and Nketiah is up there, and I think we are going to give it to Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah had a wonderful season. He mainly came off the bench, but he started off not even considered in the first team. Not even considered to be in the rotational side at 70 overall. But he's managed to work hard, and he scored 19 goals and got 7 assists at the age of 21, which is brilliant from Eddie Nketiah, and he is definitely my under 23s player of the year for his contribution. So well done to him, congratulations to him. And then the big one, the player of the year, you've probably already guessed who this might be, but player of the year will go to Alexander Lacazette. Not only based on the stats, but I've been keeping a tally all season of who's had most man of the matches, and it has fallen to Lacazette only by a point. He had Pepe in behind him on 5. Torreira, Bellerin and Leno and Nketiah all had 4. And then a few others had 3 and 2s, etc. But Lacazette came top with 6 man of the matches this season from me, and it's clear to see why. 28 goals, 19 assists. What a season he's had. And I'm hoping he can continue that next season, because what an end to the season he's had. If we just go to our objectives really quick, and that will be it for today. Where are they? As you see, the board aren't actually incredibly happy with me. But if you have a look, we are going to complete that next season, by the looks of things, if Craft keeps growing. As for brand exposure, earn 342 million. We'll probably do that next season. We've gained 108 million. We've won the Europa League. We didn't achieve either of the domestic ones, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we did qualify for Champions League regardless, and we won the Carabao Cup, and then we've increased the club worth by a lot. So that'll be that for today. That'll be that for this season, and I'll see you in the next season of this Arsenal career mode. thank you all for watching.